Hold the fuck up. Do you guys actually like being neats? I'm sorry, but how the fuck? I'm 24 and I'm a NEET, and I feel so fucking ashamed. I can't even talk to my family cause any social interaction makes me want to die. Hey, so what's up? Yeah, still no money, no skills, no job, no GF, I guess. Fucking fantastic, thank you. I can just feel everyone silently judging me like I'm a room temp IQ retard, even though they won't say anything cause they're just being polite. Meanwhile, several high school friends and acquaintances of mine already own their house, have a decent car, have no problem spending thousands in hobbies, and haven't been single for years, and I'm just rotting here like a cockroach cause I can't do anything with my life. My life is a fucking mess, but yeah, at least I'm not a WAGECUC, I guess. Woo fucking who. I fucking despise being a NEET, I just hate working even more. If I'm gonna be miserable either way, I might as well pick the easier path. Don't you love when you're on the highest prescribed dose of your meds and get nothing but the thought of suicide? So then the doctor puts you on a new medication that may or may not work at the lowest dose when the last 3 you tried you ended up at the highest. Doctor, so you say you're having breakdowns and that you really need relief? Me, yes. Doctor, okay, here's this new medicine that may or may not work. It should start taking effect in 3 months. If it doesn't, well, bump you to a slightly higher dose. Do this 5 times over the course of 9 months to finally get this. Doctor, oh, guess this medicine is working, let's try a new one. 9 months of just wanting to die, hoping for improvement. Just to start the whole damn cycle over again. SMH. That said, I have found something that works for me, so good luck. I don't like being neat, but as an introverted, Asperger type person without any genius/skills/talents to make up for it, who also happened to turn 18 just in time for the 2008 Great Depression 2.0, I would have never had any opportunities to get a job that wasn't absolutely horrific, unsuitable for me, and for low pay. Being neat is simply the best option I have. Even though I'm on disability and generally have lots of free time, I'm honestly fucking miserable. No motivation to really do much of anything, and I'm broke all the time too. I kind of don't have a choice, because people have decided I'm basically unemployable. I'd actually love to have a job or go back to school, but they'd need to be willing to accommodate my needs. What you describe are society standards, not mine. I don't care about money or GF or job, even I don't want to have a car or house. So what if they judge? I just don't care. They all are hypocrites. Remember that they don't enjoy to work, they need to, and they don't accept that is a torture. Don't fall in consumerism trap. All of that things will not make you happy, believe me. That's simply not true. Most people do not enjoy work, but realize it is the only way to have a happy functioning life. I mean no disrespect by this, but good luck getting a GF without a job, no house, living with your parents, etc. So GF is a big factor for me. Another factor is my parents will not let me just mooch of them and live at home the rest of my life without developing any skills. Mental illness is a huge factor, and I truly do empathize with those who truly cannot work due to this. Yes, it is sometimes torture working a 9 to 5, but it is the only way to actually live a meaningful life, to get a GF, to get a house, apartment, to afford the video games, TV, books, hobbies, etc. Everything NEETs enjoy is paid for with money. A lot of these wage cucks, including myself, don't have the luxury of mommy, daddy paying for everything of ours just so we can sit at home as a useless member of society. Society sucks, and the capitalistic mentality does as well. But there is no alternative, so instead of complaining about it, try to develop skills or just work a dead-end job and find low-rent apartments. Don't spend your money on things that aren't necessary. I don't mind my job, I do have social skills, an apartment, GF, etc. but it's because I have worked, physically and mentally, to get there. My main point is, most people, including myself, do not have mommy daddy paying for everything, and the alternative would be homeless. Consider yourselves lucky if you're 25 plus and your parents are okay with you living at home without a job. I don't have that luxury and most people don't either. The quality of life difference between someone working a dead-end bare minimum wage job and someone who is unemployed and in poverty, or on the edge of it, is quickly narrowing, in many cases already here. The person working in some situations may actually be in a rougher state since their job is only adding to existing health problems that will be truly horrific once they get into retirement age. Their meager savings will not be able to support them once their body is no longer able to function according to market demand. If you're disabled, and depending on where you live, and what social programs you have access to, working may actually threaten your disability status. The term wage cut refers of course to the practice of working to support another man's child. Technically speaking, you could classify every working taxpayer under this term since their work is benefiting someone else's child in some way or another, albeit unequally so. Back before mass industrialization and the global formation of complex societies, it was common for stateless communities to raise children communally. Even some complex farming societies had the support of the extended family structure. Today, we have somewhat retained the wage and taxation structure of industrial capitalism, with cuts to corporate taxes, among other structural changes. All people are in essence expected to contribute and benefit to the presiding economic order. I don't see anything inherently wrong about that, as mutual contribution and benefit is what being a community is all about. The problem is the inequalities in this system have grown way past the point of absurdity. As a result, you have the retained expectations of contribution, but the actual community mutual benefit part is diluting away to the point of becoming homeopathic. Who actually benefits is increasingly a small few people who are accumulating so much wealth that theoretically their descendants can live in Disney World for thousands of years without working a day in their lives. In fact, if they invest their money smartly, their descendants won't have to work period, ever, for as long as civilization in its present form survives. The amount of money they hold has the power to literally grow itself, certainly much more faster than growing leaves on a tree. The community structure is being destroyed by mass commercialization, the disintegration of the labor movement, and thus all the benefits brought by it, cutbacks to the public and civil sectors, and declining rates of childbirth, i.e. people are increasingly not starting families. We are becoming a society of perpetual disenfranchised singular individuals with a net worth close to zero or in the negatives. The youth are trapped by over-competition, unaffordable housing, unaffordable education, and a bleak future of environmental catastrophe. We are becoming a state of total anarchy. I have some hope that the current pandemic will somehow bring us together, but I fear as soon as the major threat of the pandemic is over, so will be the communitarian sentiments. We will merely return to, or try to, what once was. The temporary social supports will be rolled back in the name of balanced budgets and debt reduction. Meanwhile, the economic cherries at the very top will continue accumulating wealth and avoiding taxes in offshore accounts. I hope I'm wrong.